I thought I'd just do a quick video about Homesick Pilots Volume 3. This concludes the Homesick Pilot storyline. It's a comic book series I really enjoyed because it's inventive, creative, and it's got good characters and a good plot. And it knows where it's going with the story as well. It doesn't feel like something that was just either extended or finished early. It feels like it had a clear directive of 15 issues. Anyway, we join the Homesick Pilots as they are having a fight with the James House versus the Nuclear Bastards. These are two giant mech-type houses, I suppose. Well, houses. Mech-type creations. One is a house powered by ghosts. The other is a military government-built robot powered by ghosts, and you find out in the last issue it's powered by the spirits of people who were victims of the atom bomb, amongst other things. This volume expands more on the nature of the ghosts, how they work, how all the ones in the James house work to make it move. You find out more history about Mr. James, the horseshoe-headed ghost, and you also have some nice resolution between the main characters. Obviously you have Meg powering the Nuclear Bastards robot, and you have Amy powering, or piloting I should say, the James house, and this results in her having to send her bandmates out to find the 7th ghost for the James house, because this massive sort of kaiju-like battle that the military gives up trying to stop is just raging across the west coast of America, and everyone's just watching it. Ghosts are now public knowledge, and the supposed secret of how to win the battle lies with this this ghost that forms a toilet seat. Be careful where you die, I suppose, is the lesson there, because you may be forever linked to a item like a toilet seat if that's what you happen to die sitting on. Anyway, they find an abandoned town where there's a rot that's set in. It's got a sort of endless warren of tunnels, and you find that there is a single guard looking after this haunted toilet seat, and it transpires that that toilet seat has more to do with old James than you might imagine. What that is I won't spoil, but ultimately they end up getting that ghost, getting it back to the house, and the final battle commences with I'll say it's a surprise twist. I mean, there were questions that could only logically be answered by what happens at the very end, but I was still pleased in the way it presented them to me. Whilst I sort of half guessed what it might be, there's always that satisfaction in the way you're told that you're right, I suppose. I really enjoyed this story. I hope they bring this out in a deluxe format, because I will pick it up. Presently I've only picked it up digitally, but you know, at 15 issues long, it's an image book, it should be a pretty straightforward thing for them to churn this out in a nice standard image deluxe format. If you enjoy things like Paper Girls, where they've got a good stylized story with good writing, this will be up your street. It's a real nice change from the normal superhero comics, and I just really enjoyed it. It really took me by surprise. I would say if you have the time, money to spare on getting this series, certainly pick it up digitally. But I think it is a real sort of hidden gem of the series that not many people seem to talk about, which is a real shame. And it's primed for being a movie. I mean, well, not a TV series, a movie. You could knock this out in a movie, maybe even two, and it would be fantastic. I think it would have to be maybe a 2.5 hour movie, or maybe two 90-minute movies, but either way, the aesthetic and the feel of it really would lend itself to that with the right director. Anyway, look, that's the book. I won't go any further into the story, so please feel free to like and subscribe, and I hope this helped you out with some idea as to whether or not you want to now purchase it. And thanks for watching.